Well, Bernard Gray with the victory, and now it's older brother, 23-year-old Joe Gray, the middleweight, who steps into the ring against Jerome McGee.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds, middleweights. Your referee from Tampa, Florida, Brian Garry. Introducing in the red corner to my right, wearing the red trunks with black trim, he weighs 162 pounds, from Gulfport, Mississippi. His record, 1 win, 1 defeat, Jerome McGee. His opponent, wearing the blue trunks with red and white trim, he weighs 161¼ pounds, from Boynton Beach, Florida. He is undefeated in 1 professional bout, the Boynton Beach Bomber, Joe Gray. 4 rounds, middleweights.
I'll be giving you 3 commands: the command to box, to break, and to stop. When I give you that command to break, I want you to break cleanly, no pushing or no punching on the brakes. In the event one of you scores a knockdown, I'll escort the fighter scoring a knockdown to the furthest neutral corner. Do not come out till I give you the signal. I don't want to see any rabbit punches, kidney punches, low blows. Shake hands.
This could be a slugfest. Joe Gray, 23 years old, 1-0. His debut last month, a 2nd-round knockout over Bernard Boyce. He's 5'9" and 161¼ pounds. That is Joe Gray, who's in the blue trunks. In the red, 21-year-old Jerome McGee out of Gulfport, Mississippi, with a record of 1-1. He is 5'10" and 160. Welcome to Ringside on USA. Al Albert along with Randy Gordon, the editor of Ring Magazine. Peering in here on round number 3. Joe Gray in the blue against Jerome McGee, and Gray goes down. Will he get up? Struggling to his feet, and he will not. Jerome McGee, who was down in the 2nd round, comes out with a bang here in the 3rd, and Joe Gray is out.
Unbelievable night here in Tampa, Florida. Joe Gray had easily won the first 2 rounds of the fight, was pushing Jerome McGee all over the place, and then suddenly.
And he is now being held up, steadied by the doctor. Matter of fact, Randy Gordon had Gray winning the 1st round 10-9, winning the 2nd round 10-8, having scored a knockdown. And here it is early in the round.
A counter shot off the ropes. I don't think Gray's ever going to, you know, it looks like the head actually knocked him out.
It was a butt.
I have never seen that before. It was definitely, the heads came close together and it slammed into the temple of Joe Gray. I have never seen that before.
It was not a punch. He was knocked out by the head of Jerome McGee.
I've seen headbutts open cuts. I've seen headbutts stagger a guy, but never knock him down and out for the count. That is a first.
It was a headbutt. As Brian Garry, the referee, now looking over at the replay, there's really nothing that can be done, can there, Randy Gordon?
They could possibly call it a no contest.
Video shows it was a headbutt.
I don't know what the ruling is going to be here. There's no question about it. Joe Gray comes forward.
Well, we found out
forward.
One thing, Jerome McGee has a harder head than Joe Gray. And the 2 fighters now with words for one another. And Joe Gray, the Boynton Beach Bomber, bombs out here in the 2nd round, or rather the 3rd round. Now, wait a second. We may have a change. Mark Bureau was ready to make the announcement. Brian Garry checking with the officials, and now we get the word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commission has decided to view a videotape replay of the knockout. The decision will be forthcoming.
You know, the fans are booing here because they didn't get to see it. They're wondering what is going on.
All right, right now Brian Garry, the referee in charge, and the commission is over here joining us. And we will see a replay to determine exactly what happened. Perhaps a first in boxing. Brian,
if you just come over here.
I will take a look.
They're against the ropes.
Okay.
And we think that it was the head coming in. The two of them come together. They step back for a second. Now they come forward. And we think, bang, right here, the heads come forward, and Joe caught it.
Well, now I see a left hook right here. The left hook followed the headbutt, but I don't think it was the headbutt.
Okay, here's another angle.
Yeah, okay. Right hand. Headbutt.
And see, he on his way
Left hook
right
underneath.
there. The left hook was in the chest.
Yeah, but you see, a left hook comes in too. If the left hook was not there, we could call this a technical draw because of the butt. But he was hit with a left hook
You're listening to the voice of Colonel
after the
Porter.
headbutt. So we cannot call this a foul out.
All right, we can see it once again. Let's take another look as a decision is being made right here at ringside. Brian Garry, the referee.
And they're mixing it in.
Now.
Left hook mix, they come in, they hit, the head's hit to the side. Now the left hook comes.
I don't really think so.
But he doesn't mean
Another angle again, Brian.
From here. There's the butt.
I did see a left hook in there, but I think he was already on his way down. I think he was out.
Norman Wilson of the corner of the fighter, Joe Gray, saying he's already on his way down.
No other punch.
Colonel George Porter, the Tampa Boxing Commission, now conferring with Brian Garry.
At this point, a TKO, it would not be.
I think we should take one more look. Brian, one more look at it. You're claiming, the commission is claiming there was a left hook in there. There may have been a left hook. I thought the left hook landed on the chest. Watch it again. You're going to see the two of them pull back. This is my opinion now. The two of them pull back. They come close after the exchange here. And now it's coming up. Was it the head? Was it the hook?
Let's see where the hook is.
Look where the left hand is. There was a left hook in there, but I believe Gray was already on his way to the canvas. Again, another angle. Bang. Right there, he's already on his way down. Now the hook gets through. He was already falling.
I saw it from that side. We don't have a shot from the other side of it, but it looked like that.
Have you ever seen anything like that yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Brian Garry, the referee, getting several looks. We have Colonel Porter on this side, the commissioner here, and we'll try to get the Colonel. Colonel has ruled that it should go as a TKO. Meanwhile, both of the fighters still in the ring awaiting the decision. Colonel, can you step over here for just a second? There is perhaps the winner, Jerome McGee. Colonel Porter, you have seen this now several times. What's your determination?
Well, in view of the fact that a left hook was thrown after an accidental butt, which was obviously an accidental butt, the fighter had not been warned for any illegal fighting whatsoever. I think the only appropriate decision to render, it's unfortunate for Joe Gray that he would lose this fight under these circumstances, but I feel that the commission would be subject to undue criticism if they were to reverse the decision and call it a technical draw. Although this could be the ruling, had a left hook not been thrown subsequent to the butt, with Gray still and it appeared that he might be going down from a headbutt, but I don't think, could know that definitely. If there had not been another blow thrown, which obviously hit Joe Gray, then it would be a clear-cut technical draw in that Joe Gray could not get off of the canvas before the count of 10.
So it may have just been that extra left that was thrown by McGee that has actually won him this fight.
It could, that, in my opinion, would be the thing that we could not discount. Although it appeared certainly that the headbutt was the damaging thing, but we would be presuming too much, I think, because without actual knowledge of the damage of the left hook, it would be inappropriate, in my opinion, to rule in favor of calling it a technical draw rather than a knockout.
But Colonel Porter, didn't it look like he was already just about on his way down?
It did appear that he was going down, and it appeared to me that maybe the headbutt was the most damaging thing, and I really feel that it was, but it would be presuming, I think, too much to rule against the other fighter.
Is that the final ruling?
That is, as far as I'm concerned. Now, we could, and I think maybe we might want to review this later, but I would say on television now, and for tonight's purposes, that we should call it the fight in favor of the fighter from
McGee.
McGee.
What?
And then we may want to hold a meeting. I'd like to see the tape again where we could sit down and have more time. And
let me ask you, what would make you change the decision?
Nothing right now, except I'd like to study it very carefully, maybe in slow-mo, and give the commission, as a ruling body, a chance to really discuss it more in detail.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Colonel George Porter, the Tampa Boxing Commission. Now let's go to the ring, and Mark Bureau, and this is our unofficial official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tampa Boxing Commission has reviewed the videotape of the bout. The time, 29 seconds of the third round. The winner by knockout, Jerome McGee.
So Jerome McGee, it was that little left, inconsequential left after the butt. Randy, after hearing all of that, what's your opinion?
I don't agree with that at all. It was definitely, it has to be a no contest in my mind, and we're going to do something on it in Ring Magazine. We were sitting here, we saw it a dozen times, we're going to see it a dozen times more. It was the head that knocked him out.
And it was that throwaway left that really meant nothing. He was on his way down because of the headbutt. That's what it appeared, and then it's just a matter of the legalities.
I just have never seen anything like it. I've seen guys, I've seen double knockouts, I've seen double knockdowns, but I have never seen a man get knocked unconscious from a headbutt.
Well, it makes for interesting viewing, as we had just about everybody here. The referee, the Tampa Boxing Commission, several of the sellout crowd all huddled around the television set right here on USA. They took a look at 6, 7, 8 replays to try to make a determination. So here is one instance in which the officials have gone to video replay to determine what happened in a fight. Al Albert along with Randy Gordon will be back with our main event after this.